You know that in the state of Texas, we have a wonderful, bright future, and I think that describes our students at UTRGV. We have a diverse group of students from the U.S. and abroad, and many of them dreamers. I'm proud to be part of the Texas Opportunity Coalition, and this is a group of business and educational leaders made up of various organizations around the state who are working with our congressional leaders to build bipartisan support to create a path for legal status for dreamers.
Thank you, Dr. Bailey, for your support for undocumented students in creating a welcoming environment at the university for all of us. My name is Giovanni Escobedo, and I am a DACA recipient. I graduated from the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley with a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science, and right now I'm a Regional Director of Advocacy for Raise Your Hand Texas. I came to the United States from San Luis Potosí, Mexico, when I was 15 years old, with my older sister, and because I grew up without my parents, I had to, and my sister took care of me, and I had to work to provide for myself as well. However, despite all this adversity and hardship, I graduated from high school at the top of my class. After obtaining a culinary arts certification from the Dallas Community College, I enrolled at the biomedical engineering program at the University of Texas at Dallas. However, right around my junior year, I discovered I needed to get a background check to continue with my senior design project, for which I needed a social security number, which I didn't have. This experience led me to become involved in advocacy and persuade Congress and President Barack Obama to pass the DREAM Act. In 2012, President Obama passed the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, better known as DACA. Thanks to this program, I have been able to intern at the U.S. Capitol. I have been able to work at the Texas House and the Texas Senate. I was the recipient of numerous scholarships, including the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and others. And as Dr. Bailey said earlier, although I grew up in Dallas, I saw the light and came to the Valley. Also, what DACA has done for me gave me the opportunity to go back and see my family after 12 years of not seeing them in 2016. All these accomplishments have been thanks to my DACA permit, which without that car, I wouldn't have been able to do. I now work for a Texas organization that advocates for 5.5 million children in our public schools. And part of my role is to make sure that our undocumented and immigrant children are included in the opportunity to achieve education in their dreams. I am grateful for the DACA program, but I understand and I know that it's under threat. Any day now, Judge Andrew Hannon will decide if the program can be terminated or not. My dream now is to pursue a law degree, as Dr. Bailey mentioned, and have the opportunity to go back to San Luis Potosí, Mexico, and see my family, although I recognize that my life is now here. The solution to this problem is a federal DREAM Act, which will give me and others the opportunity to achieve these dreams and contribute fully to our communities. And I encourage everyone to contact their senators and ask them to pass this legislation. Thank you.
I can't think of a more important issue that is impacting young people here in our community and across the country, and it's important that we come together, the business community, elected officials, students, and everybody sit at a round table with ideas of how we can bring about a solution. And we talked about the complications of Congress and the complications of politics around the country, and just immigration being such a contentious issue. But it's something that we need to come to terms with, that we cannot continue to grow this economy, and we cannot continue to expand as the largest economy in the world without a comprehensive immigration plan, and Dreamers are at the forefront of this. I can't thank you enough. It's been an opportunity for us to reaffirm our commitment to ensuring DACA recipients are provided with a reliable pathway to citizenship so millions of young immigrants can contribute to our country and our economy. They already are doing it. We just need them to do it in a finalized legal way. And I think that the support is obviously there by the American public. We're talking about how controversial immigration is, but when it comes to Dreamers, I know one stat says 71%. I heard that's over 80% of Americans agree that we need to come up with a pathway for our dreamers. I'm here to assure that we continue moving this conversation forward. And this past March, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the American Dream and Promise Act to give dreamers that certainty. I was proud to co-sponsor that bill. And dreamers' temporary protective status and deferred enforcement departure in the Congress. We're going to continue pushing these ideas. But earlier I was given a statistic on just here in our community, just the city of McAllen, we have a little over 14,000 dreamers that have over $142 million in purchasing power. So not only are they good citizens in our community, they're hardworking and they spend money in our economy. So they're certainly part of our economy. We can't continue to grow without them. And I'll continue to fight every single day in Congress to assure that we finally get this resolved and that you're able to travel to Mexico to visit with your relatives. In fact, if not, let me know because I'll find you a way to go. And it's unfortunate that during the process you're prevented from traveling. So we create so many obstacles, not only in Congress of passing a bill, but even obstacles during the process. We're talking about the expense of it, the $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 that it costs to go through the legal process of having your documents straight, but also the preventing people from traveling and doing things that they deserve to do. So nothing makes me more proud than to support our dreamers. We'll continue to do that.
We haven't had a major immigration reform package pass the country and pass the Congress since 1986. And even then, President Reagan said, if we do have to build a wall, that wall should have a door so that people can come and go as they please within the context of the law. Pre-pandemic, employers were struggling to hire people. This country is built on an economic engine, and migrants are the fuel for that engine that keep our economy running. And no engine can continue to operate without fuel. So we do need to support the American Dream and Promise Act. We are calling on Senators Cornyn and Senator Cruz to help support that effort, and we need to solve it, and we need to solve it now. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Sergio Contreras with the Rio Grande Valley Partnership, representing the business community across our 4 counties. To those that organized today's conversation, thank you for including us and for inviting us. Congressman Gonzalez, we're here with you in your support of the Dreamers Act. Thank you for that vote. And today we're here to hear from Gio, Jorge on what they've had to overcome over the years to be where they're at now, and still engaged in that process to get things done. Dreamers they serve and they work in industries, essential industries such as healthcare, transportation, food service, manufacturing, and grocery stores, and many others that are essential to our economy. And it was demonstrated even more so during COVID. And that takes us to where is it that we need to get to? Leading economists agree. In February, 60 economists penned a letter to President Biden urging him to provide a pathway to citizenship. Obviously, there's economic benefits behind that as well. And I'll speak specifically on Dreamers. Today here in Texas, there's about 30,600 DACA recipients that contribute to essential COVID-19 response industries, such as healthcare, education, and food in Texas. Dr. Bailey, we're here at the School of Medicine, and that includes 6,300 DACA healthcare workers are here in Texas. They contribute more than $244 million in state and local taxes annually. They are entrepreneurs, teachers, nurses, engineers. They live and they work and they are our neighbors. Ending DACA and failing to provide permanent protections will hit Texas with more than $6.1 billion in annual GDP losses. Earlier we talked and we all agreed. Dreamers, the DREAM Act is essential, it's important. Understanding now that it's on the Senate side, it would be great that they would actually act on something that they both agree and that we know that that at the national level there is support.
Thank you all for being here today, and I want to thank all our speakers and all of those who participated today in our roundtable discussion. I think if there was ever a cause that should enjoy bipartisan support, it's the support for our dreamers. Texas is proud of its reputation as being business friendly. We are a business friendly state. You hear it all the time. And as serving as president of our local Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce, I can tell you that businesses are seeking the best and the brightest talent regardless of where they're from.